So you got these really nice plastic A-pillar trims, but you notice that the mounting holes are all busted out, right? So what do you do with them? What do you think? Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, getting a lot of little things done here on Blue. We're going to get it ready to go to Carlisle here in July and working on some of the interior parts. And as you noticed, yeah, the A-pillar trim, it's got a blown out hole and it's got a busted tip. So we're going to fix this up and fix this up and I'll walk you through how to do it. It's going to be a quick one today, but a lot of us have these. They're busted up, so I'm going to show you how to fix these. Well, we're going to start with filling up this blown out hole first. Now, I did do a test. I have another one of these A-pillar trims with a blown out hole, and you can see I already did a test repair. This isn't too bad, but what I did was I used a piece of tubing like this and just kind of stuck it in there like that. Worked out pretty good. Filled in from the back side. But what it did was it didn't really give me it centered. Okay, so we take a look at that. The hole is off centered and the screw doesn't sit correctly in the outside opening. I mean, it built up the edge just nicely so the shoulder fits there good. So I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm going to use one of these, line plugs. Stick that in there, and that's going to fill up that spot. Use a little tape hold on in place. See? I'll be able to JB weld over all of that, and then we'll have to drill the hole out, but at least we can get the hole drilled in center. So let me tape this up, mix up some of that, and we'll get this thing on its way to being repaired. So I've already gone ahead and I polished this up ahead of time because when we go to do the repair on the tip, I didn't want to be putting pressure on it. So we'll hand polish that later. That's why it's so shiny now. I'll just tape this in here so it's nice and flat and it's not going to go anywhere. All right. So we'll mix up a little of the JB weld and just kind of all over that. Mix it up real nice. And then we're just going to spread it all over that area. Now I could kind of put a piece of tape here to kind of build a little wall up, and I might just do that. Nah, I'm not going to do that. It'll be fine. So I want to get some pushed underneath that little lip there. Just spread it around. All right, that looks good. I'll be back in 6 minutes. 6 minutes later. All right, let's pull this off. Oh, look at that. So now all we do is let this set completely, drill our hole in center, and this will be repaired. Perfect. And we'll touch it up with a little bit of gloss black paint so it doesn't, stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah, that worked out a lot better using that plug than using the hollow tubing. So we got a full shoulder in there, and we'll center that hole just where we want it. All right, let's take care of the tip now. Okay, to fix the tip, and this looks like it's been repaired once before. You can tell it's got like a crack there and somebody super glued it. And I'm going to super glue this piece on again. But what I did first was I hit it with some 100 grit sandpaper all in here to give this some tooth for the JB weld to stick. So we're going to mix up a batch and kind of lay it all in here and give this some strength after the super glue sets. And we'll give that a few minutes to set up, and then we'll do what we got to do on the back side. Okay, our super glue is set, and I ended up smearing a little bit on the back side. So I'm going to just lightly sand that spot a little bit, because I want the JB weld to get in there and do its thing. All right. Now I'm going to mix up quite a big batch of this. So I'm going to really smear it all over the place in there. So I'm not just going to build it up along the break line. Spread this out. Like I said, I want to put like another complete layer in here, thin enough, but yet spread out enough where it'll help keep these pieces together for a lot longer. And I want to get some over top of the previous crack that went this way, because nothing behind here is going to interfere with this, so it can be as thick as it needs to be. You know, within reason, of course. I'm over here looking what I'm doing, and I'm like not in the camera. Sorry about that. And if my voice sounds a little weird, it's because it's allergy season. All right, I think that's pretty good. That's what the outside looks like. Yes, you'll probably see this crack. And I'm going to go back and hand polish this side when this is all done. You know, that way this crack may not be visible anymore. It's going to be there. It'll be less noticeable when there's no gap because it's fixed. So we'll let this set up now, and we'll come back and polish that, and then we'll finish this thing up. While this is a little soft still on this end, I'm just going to hand drill this hole. I have a nice long drill bit. Do a smaller hole first, and then we'll do the bigger hole. There we go. Okay, now we got the hole drilled out to one more size. That screw will fit right in there. That's nice. So now we're going to hit it with a little bit of little paint. Touch that thing up. Got the testers out. Just touch it up a little bit. Try to hide that gray JB Weld as much as we can. Paint a happy little repair right there. No one will know. It'll be our little secret. Bob Ross. Look at that. You never know the backside looks like that. Yeah, you just whatever's on the brush. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. All right. Here we go. All polished. Needs a little bit of cleanup from my fingerprints. We polished up the outside of this a little bit more. And this repair is going to be just fine. So we've saved another part that most people would have just maybe thrown away and tried to find a new good one. So there you have it. That's how you fix that. Now, let me show you one other thing before we move on from here, right? Because a lot of people would say, if you could find the metal ones from a 64, you'd be great. That's all well and good. I have a pair. There's a problem with those. Let me show you that. I have a metal pair. Notice what's different? The plastic ones have 3 holes. The metal ones have 2, and they don't line up at all. At all. They're much narrower, so they won't cover as much of the inside anyway. But, and I haven't even test fit these in, just to even try them. But I could put them on. I could drill new holes in the car. Sure. I'm not doing that. So I got a set of these just sitting on the shelf that if anybody wants them, hit me up in the comments. Maybe I'll bring them to Carlisle and we'll make a deal, right? But until then, I've saved another piece from the scrap heap for the car, original part going back in. It's what it's all about, because these are also getting harder to find in good shape. So knowing how to just fix these up and put them back in service is huge. Huge, people. Trust me, you're not going to find them that good. Well, you might. And I mean, I polish them up because they're black. Black's the interior. When they're done like that, you could easily just give a good coat of spray paint to match the color of your interior. Well, like I said, that was a quick one today. Easy. A lot of you old timers know how to use that JB Weld to your best advantage. Some people don't. So that's why I'm showing you this one. Easy fix. Put your parts back into service. This car is in pieces interior-wise. Lots to clean up. Trust me, this car sat for so long in a barn. A little damp. It's musty in there. Lots of stuff coming apart to clean it up and make it smell nice, for one, and to really make it shine. So when we get it to Carlisle, it's going to look nice. So, hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. If you like what we're doing here on the channel, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you next time.